Why did this just like fucking get so hard? Okay, boom, that's gonna have to do. And 3, 2, 1, go. Boom guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey, how are you? Fuck, it has been a bit of a hot, or was it cold? Right. No, it's been a long time since I have been on here on YouTube, let alone done a YouTube live, am I great? And I was just looking at my YouTube the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been doing YouTube for literally 4 years now. And the highest video views we ever got was that ridiculous 24,000. And yeah, just call me inspired, guys. So, I'm also using this as like a, what's it called when like you get traumatized and this is something that's gonna make you feel better? That's what I'm using it as. And I know you've seen, hold on, I'm getting paranoia. And I know you have seen, let's just reposition. And I know you have seen me, doing my makeup 100,000 times on YouTube. If you very much go to our videos and scroll, what are you saying? Boom, doing my makeup. Boom, vlog. Doing my makeup. Vlog. Trans update. Doing my makeup. Trans blockers. No. Anyway, point of the story is yeah, where's my little notes? Boom, so we got intro and our rerun. Okay, where have I been? Stack the M's. Where do I even begin, guys? It's literally been very much back in the New Zealand Herald, thinking that taxpayer number. Alright. Hence our little studio. What else have I been up to? I was looking after my godchildren for a bit there. I've had a few fucking surgeries. Now I know you're looking at the camera and you're like, oh, what ones? I severed my tendons and my arteries or whatever in my hand. So she literally slammed her hand down onto the bench, and there was like a broken wine glass on there, like the stem of it, and it literally, yeah, all of it got cut, and the arteries were like, yeah, she needed stitches. That was the first time I ever got stitches, and like that was a whole experience on itself, because like, so I went to the hospital. I think I was there for like 4 days. Now because when you get surgery you can't eat, etc. So they like fasted me at the hospital for like 3-4 days. And got my surgery. Honestly, the surgery itself was trick as fuck. I can't recall a single thing. I remember going in there and just the whole like, you know, count back from 1,000 type of movie. And then boom, just very much woke up in the ward next to fucking, I can't remember what her name was. I kept thinking of the Polongia Karen. Lovely lady. Try to teach her and, you know, and just upskill her knowledge as much as possible. But she just very much could not get the correct gender, the correct anything. Even when corrected, the next time she would be, ooh, the next time she would use pronoun or whatever, it would just be incorrect, and I was just not having her by the end. I'm like, oh, can I have your pudding? End of. You know, we got the surgery. We were waiting for our the therapy people to come through and turn up the hand therapy. That very much did not happen. And she was whisked out of there on a taxi home. And I think I was home like Wednesday evening, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was literally on the Monday. I went to check the mail because I'm like, oh, I've got a follow-up appointment to get my stitches or whatever the fuck it was called. Get those like taken out, etc. But like on the Monday, I went and checked the mailbox, and literally there was a letter saying your appointment's been made for Monday. Your appointment was for Saturday. Your appointment was missed on Saturday, and we phoned us to rebook all on the same day. And so, literally, I just held the stitches in there until, and because my next 2 appointments after that literally got postponed or like rescheduled the day before. And so she was very much serving stitches in her hand for a long ass time. And then when I went to go get them out, literally, the nurse is like, oh, I'll just whip those out for you. And I looked at her and I'm like, hun, when you say whip those out, like, and she burst into laughter, and I burst into laughter with her, and I'm like, like, can you just define whip those out, because I was trying to take them out myself, like, a few nights ago, because they were giving girl literally getting caught on everything. Brush your hair, straighten your hair, caught. Fucking go to sleep, wake up with your hand, like, stuck to a pillow or something, and it was just, like, giving, oh, what the fuck? And everyone goes, oh no girl, they look disposable. They weren't disposable. So anyway, she's got like these tweezer things, and she's like hook and like hooking them out, and she can see like the on my face when she's doing it, and she's like, does that hurt? I'm like, it feels like you're literally like you're pinching me the hardest you possibly can, and yeah, along those lines. And she's like, oh shit. We got all the stitches out. There was heaps. So my hand was all along here, and then this whole bit around the ring finger was very much ready just to fall straight the fuck off. Okay. Anyway, all that happened. I also had another medical injury in my leg, but we won't go there. And then we moved house, very much back into emergency housing number. Now this motel, girl, this is not serving the Las Vegas fucking number. It's very much serving the one I was in before Rota Vegas. So before I went to Rota Vegas, that motel, they put me into Union Victoria, I think it was. And very much, what I didn't tell them is that one of them was actually a brother-in-law, but they very much positioned me in between a mongrel mob 50-year-old man and a black power 25-year-old. And it was very much just giving back in those times. If they weren't family, which one of them was, oh fuck that. And so I rang up and I told Brooke and come, and I'm like blah 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 blah, and they're like no, there's nothing we can do. And then so it was on Friday, and then so on the Saturday, Sunday, I rang up my favourite motel, which was the Rota Vegas. Now when the owners of Rota Vegas moved to Rotorua, I was very much one of the most stunning tour guides at the time, most prestigious, next to fucking name, Guide Sophia, who read. And I just gave, I can't recall what their names were, but they were a lovely couple. They had just moved up here from the South Island, and they purchased the Rota Vegas motel, which has the motelia area, and there's also a hostel type of gives me if a school was going on camp, very much, year 7s and 8s, couple of classes, whatever. That's the lodge they would all stay at. And they were lovely, beautiful people. I gave them the guide of their lives. I put them on their knees. I gave them something to believe in. I gave them some info they might not have heard before. And very much I dropped that NASA fucking Mars Alive package with her. So I rang them up and I'm like, hi, my name's Jhordynn. I gave you guys a tour of Rotorua before when you first moved here, do you remember me? And they're like, girl, how could we forget you? And I'm like, oh, well, since you said so, I literally, I told them the situation and they're like, flat out, we've got you a room. And so I rang up I think it was the Ministry of Social Defence or something that's available in the weekend. Told them the situation, you know, she did not extend the truth, but it was very much giving like, she was at work, we're going on like a working fucking educational group thing, and we're filling out the paperwork, and we're putting down every possible scenario that could possibly happen, okay? Very much health and safety first. And they couldn't agree with me more. So that's that chairman fucking of the Health and Safety Committee coming in handy. So literally what we done is we rang up those people, told Rota Vegas that it's all been approved, moved in on Sunday, and paid for it on Monday. Their advice was, if your health and safety is at risk, get out of there, find someone that will accept you, and very much sort it out on Monday. So that's what I done. To cut a long story short, everyone was getting run down for the gods because we all lived in emergency housing. So the New Zealand Herald had contacted me and they wanted to do an article. Very much. The article was stunning. When she came, I'm wearing stunning number, got my wine glass, and I'm like, boom, I'm ready. And she's like, you can't have wine in your photo. And I'm like, oh, I wanted to look bougie. They turned the whole article into transgender woman thanks taxpayer. And I was just embarrassed for the gods. I was gonna say my best friend. An old friend at the time messaged me and was like, come and live with us in Cambridge. And so I very much handed a notice and left to Cambridge. Like, that was the 1st of September. My twins' birthday. And yeah, and then so basically I moved here to the Waikato region. As we know, I was the first transgender woman in the Bay of Plenty to be funded laser hair removal, in the first one in 20 years, okay? Now, even if I had gone through all my, do's and do nots, they very much failed, because why? As per the medical certificate, it all needs to be paid in one lump payment to save thousands of dollars, okay? But because it hadn't been done for 20 years, she kept forgetting that it was a medical condition, and she kept, So we moved here. It took centuries and centuries and centuries to get back on the hormones as well. Given that the Waikato DHB is the only DHB in the whole nation where transgender people aren't taken care of by endocrinology, we're treated by the sexual health clinic. They can't stand me because I very much told them that they weren't qualified to make my decisions. Because I'm telling her about the laser hair removal, I'm telling her about the whole process, I'm telling her about a whole bunch of shit that she should know. And she tried to tell me that we weren't entitled to it, and she had never heard of this before. And I go, why, hun? Because you're a sexual health nurse, okay? I wouldn't expect you to know anything. And I was just giving, oh, yeah. Anyway, I did listen to her and I took her advice, and on the hormone route that she wanted to go on, okay? Excuse me. Now here we are, like how long? Almost 3.5 years later? 3 years and 1 month, sorry. Look at her stunning results from the hormone treatment she has put me on. It's giving, I was right, you were wrong, you're a woman, you don't know. That is bomb, babe. What's that above your lip? Is that some hair? You've got hirsutism, I'm crying. Do I give you some laser? And that was that whole corridor. Oh my gosh, what else is there to talk about? Like, fuck. Suddenly gets the battery. Obviously we did have a few disasters on the Instagram. We went from having like, what was it, 5,500 followers to whatever we are on now. We also had our Facebook page, which is stunningly iconic. You can search it up right now, that was hacked by these stunning, absolutely not demented people in Indonesia and Cambodia. And they very much hacked my whole page, took it over, fundraised with some like starving little like Cambodian kid, and raised all this money, and they literally have got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments and likes and on the most craziest shit on my page. So when you go to the following Jhordynn on Facebook, which is Jhordynn Pears, click on videos and it's giving recent. It's just like, what the fuck is this shit? Like people gaming. It's a whole array. If it's not starving kids donate here, it's someone playing a game, some movie from like the 50s. Very like, okay. And then keep scrolling and then you do see all my videos with hundreds of thousands of views and just, yeah. I think that was the saddest thing that possibly could have happened was the audience on YouTube and Facebook were different to the audiences I had on Snapchat and Instagram and everything else. And it was giving the highest amount. It was giving 17 fucking thousand of the following Jhordynn Nation. I'm glad. Sorry, I just have to grab it. I know what you're thinking. Now I'm getting a brush. So I'm just grabbing this. But yes, what was I saying? The Facebook page. Once that got hacked, I literally endeavored and I tried and I fucking tried and I tried and I tried to get that page back. But literally every single email I send is just like nothing. And then it's just like you can't really contact or have a meeting or ring Facebook. And I say that very much knowing that some of the other influencers that I do know personally very much have had meetings. Have had meetings. Well done, guys. I feel so much better. If you didn't know about, you have done your job. I came home very, very, very anxious, very flustered, very just not feeling like following Jhordynn. Okay, I felt like backup Jhordynn type of styles. Not that it had anything to do with anyone else. It was just literally that was how I felt, and I've already know the lesson. The lesson is it's the final. It's not a lesson. It's the final experience of expectations. Okay, stop expecting people to be unequivocally, unconditionally, and perpetually like me. Which is what? Perfect. Because they're not. And the lesson, so the universe threatened me, guys. If you had been watching my YouTube, if you were part of the 1,000 people that left me because I was a preacher, you were wrong. She has nothing to do with preaching. But literally, the universe just told me, if I have to alliterate one more time, I'm gonna cut you off. So we're staying positive, girl. We're bad. Oh! And yeah, so I came home and you guys made me feel better. I feel amazing. I feel like that weight has kind of like finally left. I did go shopping. I got a few things off a new friend I made today, Jhordynn. She gave me a whole bunch of cute little things. We also went and got a quote for phone, so phone should be getting fixed. And yeah, it was just nice to be treated unconditional and lovely. Now I was watching where all the YouTube inspiration came back from was I was watching what's her name? Blair White and her Jubilee number. And like it was very track, like it was very much giving like I understand you says like very much okay, non-binaries, I'm so sorry, especially if I know I do have a lot of non-binary people that do follow me, lots of people from across the entire LGBT community, and I don't want my, the things I say to affect any of yours, and I very much understood. So I watched all that stuff, and I got to the info, and I'm like, okay, I'm on that team. And then in real life, I actually was hanging out with a non-binary who considered themselves to be trans, okay? But it's very much like, no, you're a man. You're giving like bisexual, male, cisgendered, bad. Um, and I understood why I'd never been put in that situation before. Why? Because I'm such a stunning, perfect, lovely person that sees the great in everyone. And if it's not the greatest I'm seeing in them, it's seeing an opportunity for me to advance my therapizing and educational techniques. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't tell him. I couldn't say to him point blank, bro, helicopter check, yeah, I got the gift out of Gab, you are not a fucking trans. Bad. So if you didn't know, the actual definition of trans or transsexual transgender was not anybody from the whole LGBT community. It wasn't a lesbian, a gay, a bisexual, or a cross-dresser. Literally, so the old terminology for non-binaries was cross-dressers, okay? For transgenders, transsexuals, what was the other one we used to be called? Transvestites. Those, to have those, you've had to undergone either a medical diagnosis of living with gender dysphoria on HRS and or had a gender reassignment surgery, top or bottom, or had anything, you know what I mean? It's very much having gender dysphoria. If you don't know what gender dysphoria is and you're transgender, that's why you're not on the supported living payment, hun. Right? If you want a video on that, comment down below. Yeah. And I'm giving, again, feeling so good in my heart to like, just go for the guts. But yeah, so, and I didn't realise that lots of like the crazy, hideous, like outrageous behaviours that the trans community does get fucking pinned on is not us. You know what I'm saying? It's the people from that community. I say that with love and yeah. So I will be doing some videos about what it means to be. I want to do my own Jubilee. We should do all the trans we know here. Stunning numbers. So who do we know that is influential in trans? We've got myself. We've got Mother Chris Fox, Philip. We have Starred by Park. She's another stunning influencer trans that I know. I have our choreographer who has been in video clubs, danced on stages around the country. Who else do I know that's trans and influential? Not that individually they're not influential, but more like most girls, most sisters I know would not be getting on a live video and very much, you know, being transparent and just releasing all that energy. I just don't know, but that would be a fat believe. I would love to have a New Zealand version of that. That would be a trick. What is my goals? Okay, well, my goal at the moment is to have my phone fixed, to be completely the only one responsible and with the power to regulate my emotions and my feelings. Because what did the universe say? Oh, Universe said turn the light back on, plus. Universe says that no person, thing, lack of having, or anything shall be the creator of your state of mind. You have the choice to react or to create. All you have to do is move the sea, girl. All right. Track. I feel track again. And what's another thing we can do to support my creation? Is to not partake. Partaking is that very much what I know the end result. Now, I'm not calling myself clairvoyant. I'm not saying I'm all-knowing, which I am. I'm saying I'm not partaking in environments and situations that are gonna have me feeling like I'm either A, apologising for being the trickiest in the room, B, reducing myself, or worst case scenario is C, having to exit stage left because of fear of emotions being seen and being overwhelmed. Anyway, guys, this was a really good real video. It is sponsored by myself, so if you did want something from the following Jhordynn apparel, you're gonna have to wait. I'm glad. Hooray! Now, again, make sure you look out for the New Zealand Herald. We may or may not be doing a review on the emergency housing situation here in the Waikato. Very different. I know when I was over in Rotorua, they were giving, they cared about their properties, they were still investing, it was still a motel. It wasn't giving, the pool's been over there locked since COVID, like in 2019. Yeah, very that. But the biggest thing for me is I'm like, no kitchen. And I must say, like, ever since I moved in here, there's been a few things. There's no drinking water in here, so if I'm not buying bottled water, or going down to the restaurant area, which is perfect for TikToks, I'm having to like quickly just dong some water out of the bathroom, and I've been getting like sick, like just like really painful, chesty, tight, stomachy vibes, which we're very much gonna pin on this situation so we can get what into one with a kitchen, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to be trying to build up my relationship back with food. Not that I have an eating disorder or anything like that. I don't like cooking anymore. I don't enjoy cooking. I'm very much, if you want it, you can cook it yourself, because why? I won't cook for another person often, again, okay? Not unless who's choosing, I am. And why? Because food gives me trauma. It gives me, I am actually pescatarian, vegetarian. It gives me, she literally thought she could feed the world, just feed people and they'll love you. They won't love you. There's no such thing as, apart from unconditional love of thyself, and so it's so contradictory. I want to say I don't believe in love anymore. Love, God, all types of love, apart from self-love. But I very much just experienced some of self-love, and it was giving not communal love.